fashion back in the days, the body was impossible to obtain without not eating. And then Kim Kardashian is actually somebody that and Instagram popularized the that slim, thick, big booty BBL body,
Mm-hmm.
which actually gave to a lot of our sisters that look like that naturally, made them like the norm,
Mm-hmm.
which
Mm-hmm.
was, and then people abused on the BBL stuff, etc. Because
Right.
who are the heroes now is like all these BBL strippers who are the new
Mm-hmm.
rappers. Like,
Right.
but I don't know if you've seen the new trend that is happening now.
Mm-hmm.
They are going back to the heroin, crack
Mm-hmm.
era, super skinny anorexic woman, and a lot of
Mm-hmm.
these celebrities, like the one of the Hadid sisters,
Mm-hmm.
a few of these singers, even the Kardashians.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's using that diabetes
Mm-hmm.
drug that you just, I forgot the name that you
Oh, insulin?
normally. No, it's
Insulin?
called, it's called it's that thing that everybody's using now. Like you just put it, like, yeah, it's supposed to be, it was supposed to be done for
Hmm.
diabetics, but
Mm-hmm.
because the side effect is that you lose weight,
Oh, wow.
people started prescribing it as just a way to lose weight, and now
Mm.
the FDA approved it to just be
Oh, wow.
sold. And now there's a shortage for the people who really need it for their disease.
Oh, okay. I
And
didn't realize that was
everybody,
the reason why
no,
there was
no,
a
and
shortage.
on TikTok,
Mm-hmm.
everybody's talking about that, and now everybody is trying to go back to this skinny body from the Calvin Klein's advertisement, where everybody was looking like drug addicts on, like when women had like those strange
Yeah.
dresses, photographs in dirty toilets and stuff like that,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I
and
remember.
everybody,
Heroin
like,
chic.
everybody's going back to heroin chic actually right now. That's
Right.
like the Kate Moss era.
Yeah.
Everybody's going back to that body. And actually the BBL era was dangerous for,
Yeah.
because a lot of people who could not afford it would go to cheap places to get their
Mm.
BBL done, and some of them would actually perish from that.
Yeah.
But now we're going back to the other side of the extreme, which another body that nobody can obtain, that is, yeah, the,
Jeez.
and like you've seen Khloe Kardashian, like,
Mm,
and
yeah.
I think I believe that they I'm not sure if they removed all their implants or they
Mm-hmm.
just reduced everything, but they all just became
Mm-hmm.
super skinny, and they all use this thing. Well, I forgot the name of this thing.
It's not insulin. Insulin?
No, no, it has wait, let everybody use
Yeah,
to.
now I need to know because it says here,
I'm
yeah,
going to.
insulin shortage. It says, well, detamir is what they call it, but it says an injection it caused, they were using
Oh,
it for weight loss and that it was causing a
it's
shortage.
it's called Ozempic.
Ozempic, yeah, it's a type of insulin.
So yeah,
Okay.
and it's now a lot of people are are are
Wow.
because of, again, there's the it's been approved, and now everybody's using, like, it's like on TikTok. Wait, it's Ozempic.
How does that well, I have a lot of questions because 'cause I'm like, what are the effects of that? Because insulin is used that medication is used to regulate your blood sugar, so what
Yeah.
like, if your blood sugar's fine, what does it you know what I mean? Like, what does
Well,
it
and it
do?
just makes you look on TikTok. There you go. They are
Wow.
all using it as a supplement, and now you can buy it. So
Wow.
All of like on TikTok, this is really like the new thing, and a lot of people they are using the hashtag Ozempic. 458 million videos,
Wow, that's wild to
and
me. I
all
mean,
of them they look at 20 kilos down. You see, they tag
right,
it, all of them, like all of them, and they showing you taking it, and there's shortage, and they all showing
right.
you before, after, etc. Everybody's going crazy about that whole. Oh, and they all show you taking
Quase
it, blah
mês
blah
de
blah blah
satsenda
blah.
de 76 quilos para 68 quilos.
Wow.
I lost 10 kilos, etc., etc. Everybody's into that, and all around the world. And actually, they're making a ton of money. But now the people who need it for their real disease, they can find it, and those people promising that they are about to do more, and
Mhm.
uh and of course all the competition is saying, yeah, like there's actually now two more products that are just arriving on the market trying to get on the trend. But look at
Wow, that's wild.
it like the
I
world.
mean, yeah, it's
TikTok.
crazy, right? Yeah, and it's crazy because if you think about it, you were saying how initially, people like Kim Kardashian made our bodies, meaning bodies that black women have, right? So, thicker, booties, or, more voluptuous, more curvy. That became popular, and it was J Lo who actually started it, right? So she was the first one, and she was
La
a woman of
guitarra.
color. Right. And she was a woman of color, but she got quickly replaced by Kim Kardashian. And then it became a surgical thing, where it was more of a surgical thing versus a natural thing. So once again, even though it became an ideal, it was still an ideal that was promoted through women who are white women promoting something, even though it might be, our body types. It was made popular because a white woman had this type of body. But the upside of that was that it was good, and it did. I think it was, especially for younger women, there was a space of acknowledgement that your body is beautiful, that it's beautiful to have curves, that it's nice to, to have a woman's shape. There's nothing wrong with being a little bit thicker. That's okay. All the body consciousness, right? Body positivity. And then it went from there, right? And I think that part was good. But then now that this switch in the trend, what is that going to mean? Because you have a bunch of young women who were depressed because they didn't have the Kim Kardashian body, so they were going to get surgery. They were going to, having all these problems because they
Oh, they
couldn't
got
afford it.
it.
Right? They got
Oh,
the
they got it
surgery. So
already.
now what are they going to do? They're all going to now go and get everything taken out.
And so that's the
And
thing, is like the it's sad, it, like Joel is saying, it's sad that a woman's body becomes a trend now.
becomes a trend, and it's ultimately still, for all the body positivity movement, you're still actually not appreciating and saying that it's okay whatever your body is. They're still not saying that. They're still saying, yeah, this is the ideal body and anybody can have it if you do X, Y, and Z. So it's still not about embracing you for who you are. It's still
And they
about
are
trying to, yeah, attain an ideal
and they are moving the impossible target every
every time.
6 7 years. So once everybody gets skinny again, then you change it. It's like it's trend, it's fashion. Yeah, it should be like, hey, listen, everybody is great. But now you see, like there's this big trend, like Bella
It's wild.
Hadid, I guess,
Yeah.
Ariana Grande, I think. Like all of them are just becoming super skinny, and you like, what's going on?
Well, I mean, I remember when that trend was happening, and it may have been popular in the mainstream media, but it was never popular in the black community. It was never popular in the African community to be heroin chic. So I don't imagine that our men are suddenly gonna, want women to be. super skinny with flat asses.
You know, the big problem with me here is that there's a lot of very young girl
Yeah.
who are on TikTok, and I see
Mhm.
my sister-in-law, she's 20. She lives
Mm.
with us, and she's I mean, we had conversations with her as we were talking, like, and we were like, like, a lot of people are depressed because of TikTok, and
Mhm.
some of just this idea that you have to go there all the time, and that you have to follow, be on the trends, and you have to post something. Like, social media is designed this way to make you
Right.
believe that if you're not posting, you're going to be missed out, or people going to forget you and stuff. And you have a lot of younger women, because we are
Mhm.
talking as adults, but
Right.
me, I'm thinking about my daughter.
Yep.
Once she's 13, 14, and we give her the permission to have a phone, or whatever is going to be the medium, by the
Mhm.
time she arrived there in 10 years, if you have a social network like this one, where there's a
Mhm.
trending thing, and like, you feel that you have to be part of it, because
Mhm.
if not, you're not it.
Mhm.
That's when a lot of people,
Yep.
they like social. It's not just TikTok, but Instagram,
Mhm.
TikTok, Facebook. There's a lot of people who became depressed from watching
Yeah.
other people. Or listen, there's a lot of people, they have no money, but
Right.
they cute, and they know how
Right.
to edit their photos, so they get invited in the best hotels, and
Mhm.
they find sponsors from, or maybe
Mhm.
they drive to places, and then they tell them, hey, listen, we will offer you 2 nights at the hotel. We just want some beautiful photos, and you tag us, for we need free
Mhm.
photos of the hotel and this and that
Mhm.
from your Instagram, right? Now, these people have been followed by a bunch of people who are like, oh my God, I want to travel like you, I want to be like you. And people are just obsessed
Mhm.
by,
Yeah.
not celebrities that are, it's like, it's people on TV, like there's like some control of what they do, how they do, etc. But when it becomes people on your phone, people are obsessed. Like, I want to be like you, I want to travel like you. And then people are starting to, some people go out by themselves in places. They don't realize, some of these women, they go with their boyfriends and stuff. No, some, they start going by themselves in places, and then stuff happens. You got a
Right.
lot of people, they keep watching all these women that have that pretend that they go to the gym, but actually they do surgery, and they
Right.
all trying to get that body, and because they don't have that body, they hate themselves.
Yeah.
And
No,
now
it's
all
true.
these people, after hating themselves for not having the BBL body, now that they reach the BBL body, they're gonna hate themselves, because now the trend is skinny heroin chic.
So the message is love yourself for who you
Love
are.
yourself.
Love
Love
yourself
yourself
for
the
who
way
you
you are.
are.
But you know, Marcy, you and I, we've known each other for 20 years. When I met you, you loved yourself for who you were, and you were scary to even your boyfriends at that time already. And I loved myself for who I was, and I was scary to most boyfriends and my girlfriends as well, because we don't need neither the approbation of a partner, nor the
Yeah.
approbation of the fans, nor the
Yeah.
approbation of the strangers. we don't
Mhm.
we don't need it. Me, I always tell people, you like my music, thank you. You don't like my
Mhm.
music, there's plenty more music outside, enjoy. But how many people are like us?
Mm.
Most people, you tell them love yourself, they're gonna be like, yes, but
Right.
a lot of people, especially after the pandemic, where everybody was online all the time
Yeah.
watching everybody else, now people, like, they love the people that they identify with way more than themselves. A lot of people, they love Kim Kardashian or
Yeah.
some because of my song trending on TikTok.
Yeah.
I'm discovering a bunch of these Brazilian girls that I've never heard of, but that are
Right.
posting on my song, and they have like 10 million followers. They're like 21. And I'm like, and when I look at the comments, everybody's like, it's like little, like 10 million people. That's a sect.
Wow, that's wild. Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a cult.
Yeah, that is.
And you have all these little cults on Instagram of people with like 10,000 people, 20,000 people, a million people that they only swear by you. You make a
Right.
song, they go, they listen to it. You're gonna do a thing, they go. You in a movie, they will go, etc.
Yeah.
And so, how do you love yourself?
Right. It's
Because
true.
those people are replacing God now. They love their politicians. They love their whatever guru. They love the hashtags.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody has a flag for everything now. So like everybody is behind whatever flag they are, and they obsessed with it. It's not on a point where like you remember when you were home by yourself that you are you.
Mm-hmm.
When I look at
Yeah.
myself in the mirror and I look at my qualities and my defect, and I'm like, I love myself.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'm like, yeah, I'm happy, I'm losing weight, and I'm happy. And when I had 10 kilos more like 3 months ago, I was like, oh, I have to lose this, but I still love myself.
Yeah.
I never had a problem loving myself, but I think we are more and more becoming UFOs
Right.
because most people, I think they don't love themselves because maybe they didn't have a loving mother, they didn't have partners that love them. Look, listen, I mean, I knew a few of your boyfriends. They
Mm-hmm.
were all obsessed with you,
Mm-hmm.
and you knew a few of my girlfriends, and they were
Mm-hmm.
obsessed with me as well. So of course we
Mm-hmm.
love ourselves, and we are successful. We are so we can tell people, hey, love yourself. But yo, most people like are depressed. They don't love themselves. Young women, young men, and they
Mm-hmm.
go on social media and they
Yeah.
see like, listen, let's go to my Instagram, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we go to my Instagram and we go to search.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, we don't have that. I don't have explore. Do I have there's you explore,
Next page. Mm-hmm.
right? Look what
Right.
it's showing me.
I know. Same with me. I get when I go to mine, it's always like women working out or women like in bikinis, and I'm like, why is this
Look,
even here? I don't even look at this stuff.
look, and they're
Yeah.
showing me a bunch of women that look like my wife.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
I'm like, what are you trying to tell me?
Right.
Yeah, you like this type of girl? Here's more.
Here it is. Yeah.
So then, like they don't realize what it does
The
to
psyche.
the psyche at a point,
Yeah.
and it's a mix between this and that, and that's where I imagine you were younger that looks one way, you look like this girl, but you're not
Yeah.
exactly like her. And then
Yeah.
every time you enter, somebody is looking great. They have a great body. They dress amazing. They great
Mhm.
makeup,
Every time
and
you
then and
flowers and yeah.
yeah. And you're like, oh my God. And you look at the floor in her house, all that stuff. You don't even know if it's their house. But then you start seeing like, oh, I wish I could do a photo like this, but I don't have that house. I don't have this. Oh my God, this one is in bikini. Oh, where is she? Oh, I wish I could be in the bikini. And then you
Right.
start
Right.
saying to yourself, I'm not like this.
Right.
And so how you do after that? Like, and,
I
and
wish I knew the answer.
well, there's no answer. It's just, like, it's great at a point because you see people that look like you. So
Yeah.
it helps at the same time, it helps you love yourself because you see
Mhm.
people that look like you that are looking great.
Mhm.
But at the same time, if you are not somebody that is um, that has confidence in yourself,
Mhm. Mhm.
you can really quickly end up
Yeah.
asking yourself if you're good enough, if you look, like,
Yes. Mhm.
and that's the dangers of. I mean, we grew up without the internet. There was
Right.
no internet when I was like 15.
Yeah.
It didn't. I
Right.
mean, it existed, but it was not
Wasn't
so
like
easy to
this.
get, and it was not in my pocket.
Mhm.
Now
Yeah.
you take it out of your pocket because it's calling you, or when you have
Yeah.
nothing to do, like you don't want to have conversation with people.
No,
You
you
prefer
just
having and depending on what you're looking for in there, or are you using it for entertainment, or are you using it for work? We use it for
right.
work. So we're
Yeah.
promoting stuff, we are
Yeah.
pushing stuff, content. Like most people, they use it because, yeah, oh, what is this doing? And it's like, just like,
Mm.
whenever I see one of those Brazilian, I ask my wife, hey, who's that? Oh, she's such and
Mm.
such. Oh, okay. She's famous because she did that. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, 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 on
Mhm.
TikTok she has, like, I was like, oh, all right.
You can be
And
famous for anything now. You can be famous for
but
anything. You're just famous for being famous. You know what I mean? It's not
yeah,
like before it was that you had to do something. You had to
yeah,
either,
have a
create
great
a piece
song.
of art or right,
Yeah,
exactly, or maybe you were a politician or whatever. Like, you had to actually do something to gain notoriety and fame. Now you can just do it by posting pictures of yourself looking good and just build a following. If you have a following, that's your cachet. I,
yeah,
I really think though that the self love component is critical. Like, it's not
it
about,
is.
and I think this is where people don't get is that it's not, it's survival. You need to love yourself to survive. You're not going to survive in this world if you don't, not survive as a whole person, if you don't love yourself. You have to. The whole world is going to tell you why you shouldn't do something, why you're not good enough, this, that, and the third. Everybody's going to have an opinion. You have to be really grounded and stand firm in knowing that who you are is perfect for you. You were made perfect. You're not going to be like every other person. And that's the point. The point is we're supposed to all be different. And it's like, if you don't love
Everybody else is
yourself,
taken.
yes, exactly. And if you don't love yourself, you are not going to be happy. You're not going to make it. When tough times come, you're going to fold because you're not going to have the inner strength to keep it moving. You just said, like, that what you said, everybody else is taking. A friend of mine used to say, um, I love myself. Uh, and why wouldn't I love myself? Because there's nobody else like me. Like, I can't put on anybody else's suit. This is my suit. I can't put on your suit. I love you, but I can't put on your suit and become you. Like, nobody ever can become anybody else, but it's crazy to think that that's almost what people have begun to believe, that if they do the right surgery or they take the right angle of the photo and have the right lighting, or they get the right car or whatever, that they can become that person, that other person, the Kim Kardashian, whoever. And that's crazy.